The following is a review for critical, analytical, and educational purposes only, and is protected under Article 17 and 107 in the United States Fair Use Code. This video is not an infringement on copyright. Please enjoy the video.
Oh boy, this is interesting. First of all, I know I'm getting to this story pretty late, but the reason for that is that I didn't want to make a video on this subject based off of a knee-jerk reaction. I wanted to give this story a few days to settle down, to examine all of the variables in order to give you guys and girls the best video and analysis possible. I would rather give you a good video than a rushed one. With that being said, let's talk about the Marvel and DC brawl that will commence in 2016. For those not in the know, a while ago Marvel Disney secured a May 6th, 2016 release date for one of their properties, but they did not confirm which property. Then DC's yet untitled Man of Steel sequel starring Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and pretty much everyone else in their universe got pushed back from its summer 2015 release date due to script and production problems to that same May 6th release date. In a recent interview while promoting Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Marvel executive producer Kevin Feige has confirmed that the movie going up against Batman Superman will be Captain America 3. This is a genius move on the part of Marvel Studios. And no, that's not sarcasm. Seriously, I don't think I've ever seen such an openly public version of "come at me bro" in the recent history of rival movie studios. So why is this a genius move for Marvel? Let me put it this way. Captain America will lose the battle, but Marvel will win the war. First of all, let's talk about the release date itself. For a while, it was assumed that the May 6th slot would be occupied by a new Phase 3 character, with the favourite being Doctor Strange. However, with Doctor Strange being a new property, it simply would not survive against the juggernauts that are Batman and Superman, and it would be depressing to see a brand new franchise get destroyed regardless of the quality of the film because of an unfortunate release date. And Marvel can't just say, "Ladies and gentlemen, here is a Doctor Strange movie, let's just move that release date away from our rival, there we go." As much business sense as that would make, the bad press could damage the movie, as changing the release date could be interpreted as a lack of faith in the character. So Captain America is a more logical choice, especially after the incredible Dark Knight level reception that The Winter Soldier is currently getting. In fact, the praise is so high from early critics and studios that even before the film had finished, Marvel had hired the directors to make the third movie. So let's talk about that thought process. The directors being hired for the third movie was announced a couple of months ago, and they have just over 2 years left to make that movie. Let's not joke around here. Captain America 3 will open when Disney and Marvel want it to, and it can easily be made by May 2016. They've been releasing these movies for 6 years. They have got this down to a science. They are regular and they are reliable. DC and Warner Brothers, on the other hand, they have stumbled every step of the way. Green Lantern bombed, and while Man of Steel was a moderate success, the response to it by critics and audiences was so lukewarm that they've had to restructure their entire plans in such a way that they had to bring Batman back into the fray as a desperation move, and recent industry chatter has suggested that the Batman-Superman production is nothing short of a mess. Fights behind the scene, a shooting schedule that is in constant flux, and a script that is getting drastically different drafts every week. If any of these two movies are going to 100% hit that May 6, 2016 deadline, it will be Captain America 3. I would be willing to bet real money that Superman Batman will have to be delayed again, but imagine the bad press from DC and Warner Brothers part. One of the most highly anticipated movies of all time balks at Captain America 3. Warner Brothers and DC will never live that down. If they don't want to show weakness, then they will make sure that May 6th deadline is met, and that could result in a rushed and sloppy product. Let's face it, this is a movie that is evolving based on current box office trends as opposed to actual creativity. It's no coincidence that they included Wonder Woman after the countless news stories broke concerning Frozen and Catching Fire breaking box office records. It makes me wonder that if Mr. Peabody and Sherman had been a huge success, then Warner Brothers would come out and announce Krypto the Superdog. Let's not kid ourselves here. No matter how good Captain America 3 is, Batman Superman is going to open number 1 at the box office that weekend. Even if Batman Superman gets mauled by critics, it will open first. It's a fanboy dream that has been decades in the making, whereas Captain America 3 is the 4th main appearance by a character that isn't quite on the level of Iron Man, Spider-Man or even Wolverine. But the Captain opening opposite Batman Superman will definitely cut into the potential box office profits for Warner Brothers, and with this movie being an absolute mess behind the scenes, this film is going to have to hit the $1 billion mark at least for DC to even consider it worth making in the first place. And with Captain America cutting into their box office opening weekend and also repeat viewings over the course of the following weeks and months, that probably will not happen. Will keeping Captain America at this release date hurt the film if Batman Superman opens against it? In terms of box office gross, absolutely, but Marvel have been printing money with their films for 6 years. They can afford to take a hit. Warner Brothers and DC, on the other hand, cannot, but they won't want to budge. Here's another metaphor for you. Marvel and DC have a one-on-one fist fight with each other. Marvel may lose a limb, but they could easily take down DC and their cinematic universe. Sure, they might have lost an arm, but they could pull a Winter Soldier and just get another one, and at least the enemy was KO'd.
Looks like you're giving the orders now, Captain.
Damn right.
Hey everyone, thanks a lot for watching this video. What do you guys and girls think about this news development? And here are some questions for the comment section. If one of these 2 movies were to push back their release date, which one do you think it would be? And also here's another one. If they opened on the same weekend, which movie, Batman, Superman or Captain America 3, would you see first and why? Please share your thoughts below. Also, please subscribe to my channel to be updated on more movie reviews and analysis, and don't forget to hit that like button as it really helps me out. I'll see you guys next time.